Hello again, I'm Coyote Jack, and look at this. Man, we have seen interesting stuff happening. Well, interesting and concerning at the same time. It's more concerning if I'm being honest. So we have seen this sales to drop to 4% this year, steepest decline in over a decade. DRAM and SSD costs are expected to surge 130% by the end of the year. That shit's still increasing. I was saying that at this point, just jump to DDR3 if you still can, because I'm also seeing that shit getting a price hike. You still have a decent computer that can be used for daily basics. You know, if so credible, take your chance. And don't sell your old hardware, man. Considering what we are seeing how this is the push they want. This is the fucking push they want to just get us all into cloud-based PC for the rest of the entire world from these fucking corporations. And now it's more consistent since ChatGPT, well, OpenAI, those fuckers snatched themselves a military contract from the US. So even if they don't see revenue from your average Joe using ChatGPT, they are going to get it from that military contract, and they are still going to keep pushing this, harvesting all of the memory RAM, all the SSDs, all all the components at this point of a computer, because they just want to for you to not own your PC. So look at this. Budget PCs under 500 are already disappearing from the market, and analysts expect the entire low-end segment to vanish by 2028. So yeah, analysts or you we can say page shields wanting this to happen. So yeah. So like this, poll like this. So basically, AI needs so much power to assist that it's pressing natural humans out of owning a computer. It's because they want to push the cloud-based PCs, and AI right now is the perfect excuse. That's why I hope that AI bubble bursts. But this is not the only stuff we have been hearing about. Yeah, losing the right to own our hardware. So we have mentioned before about that bill that passed in California, but also that bill, well, sadly, but also expected to a certain degree, considering Colorado is a Democrat state. And while also, yeah, I know a right wingers voted for in favor of it, but they were just a few. And yeah, it still don't let that slide. Both sides approved this. They could look way better to right wingers if they actually voted against it, but nah. It's so convenient with the ID verification. So yeah, we have seen that those bills that are pushing for man, dox yourself whenever you are using your fucking hardware. So the right to own hardware and also yeah the right to use it. They are just doing this fucking coordinated attack. But yeah, we said that Linux this shit is kinda unenforceable, but looks like some morons from the Linux distribution like Ubuntu and I think was Fedora too and Debian. Those three. Ubuntu is just shit in general, man. Look at this. Ubuntu Elementary OS Linux distributions are planning how to implement edge verification functionality for all users' accounts on their OS in order to comply with the new California law. So, yes, I was expecting something like this to happen. The Dickless cogs from that part of the Linux side, they were going to bend over, but also they want to take advantage of it because, oh, we are going to be the first ones to do this. We are going to get advantage against the other competence. I got news for you, fella. There is also other distribution, which is also has been covered by Lunduk Journal and other YouTubers out there talking about the topic. They are region blocking California already and Colorado. So they are right now telling them to go fuck themselves. And since we have seen the most overuse, but also like the most loudest example of why ID verification is a bad idea is the UK, because the moment they use it and those companies were complying it, they were using third parties that, of course, they were harvesting all of that data, they were selling it to other companies, and also those other third parties got all that information leak. So you have a lot of identity theft happening in the UK for the ones that decided to comply with that shit. And it's not going to be different with Linux. It's not going to be different with Windows. At least Linux, they're doing this. The Ubuntu is awfully cock. Debian 2, Fedora 2, they are awfully cock. The other distributions, if they see if there is even something remotely salvageable from those three that are cocking themselves out, they are just going to fork it and yeah, integrating their own distributions while also telling California and Colorado to go fuck themselves. But also something that it was also talk about London Journal, man. This one, March 7, which is alarming. So 10 days until Brazil's draconian all operating system must have age verification law takes full effect. So California, Colorado stated that all those companies that have done OS for PCs, if they want to distribute their stuff, sell their stuff, well, even if you can sell Linux, command is laughable anyway, and they have to do it the next year. But other places like fucking Brazil. So, yeah, we covered it before how Brazil is so anti-freedom. If it wasn't enough when they blacklisted Rio blocked X and also threatened uh, employees from the company in that place, I don't know what to tell you. But yeah, also those other distributions are preparing for region block Brazil entirely. That's not going to help Brazil at all. They are a big country, but when it comes to the average, how do I say this? The average living of a person there, yeah, it's not everyone can afford a lot of things, and with the already existing stuff that they already have circulating there, it's not going to end well. Oh man, so look at this. Because also London Journal brought us this. To date, no one major open source organization, Red Hat, Canonical, SUSE, etc., has addressed this law, which carries 9.5 million USD dollars so in fines per violation per user. So yeah, Brazil is just fucking fascist to this degree. They want to sue everyone. They want to squeeze the money just as much as the UK does. Just like when they said that they were fining 4chan. Brazil is doing the same shit. So, and all our major open source organizations have some presence in Brazil, customer, employees, or office. So yeah, Brazil is just doing this shit. I don't know if the US is going to intervene with that to some degree because also part of the US government is also in bed with this. And looks like Brazil could be a perfect excuse for destroying open source. That's the thing that I'm concerned because they want to take away open source. And from London Journal, man, also New York, and in his home video here, he addressed it. So not only Brazil, so a new law in Brazil, yeah, and plus a rundown on similar laws in California, Colorado, New York. I didn't know New York also did the same shit. There is fucking crackdowns on freedoms. That is insane. And if they keep pushing this, but at this point the older hardware, man, is also going to cause an effect going back into this. No, not this. Well, excuse me, my bad. This. So right now it's getting more and more expensive to get a PC, and with the specs that everyone will hope to have in order to not get feel like short on it. And with the already hardware circulating out there, if they're going to push entirely that all OS must have tie ID verification, yeah, I can see Windows doing that by updates. That at one point, like with the likes of Windows 11, they they are going to say, "Oh, excuse me, but you need to dox yourself in order to use this. We need to know you are you," or some shit like that. And and then with the open source, yeah, they right now you have some states in the U.S. and then you have Brazil that want to destroy open source, and this is madness. Yeah, there is a lot of a not good looking future if they keep allowing to getting away with this shit. But there you have it. We are still going to see some Linux distribution, some part of the open source side to find ways to avoid the legalities. But yeah, this is not going to good. This is not looking good at all. But that's all I wanted to share here with you for now. Thanks for watching and please take care.